Hi guys, this is Navdeep Singh Jitla. Welcome to my channel. Today we are looking at a very interesting case of student visa refusal. Stay tuned if you want to learn why visa officer rejects the visa application based on that the reason stating that you would not return to your home country after finishing your studies. So let's start this video today. So the applicant name is Laila Haroon. She's a citizen of Pakistan and a resident of Abu Dhabi in United Arab Emirates. In 2016, she applied for a student permit to pursue a business diploma at Centennial College in Toronto. A visa officer denied Mrs. Haroon's request because he was not satisfied that she was a bona fide temporary resident who would leave Canada on the expiry of her visa. You will see a lot of rejections based on this simple reason that visa officer is not sure that the student will leave Canada after completion of their studies. Alright, so there must be a valid reason, there must be a motivating factor which will motivate you to come back to your home country or go back to your home country. So it's very important. Let's see what is the problem in this case here. So Miss Haroon submits that the officer's decision was unreasonable considering her travel and work history. She also maintains that the officer treated her unfairly by failing to provide an opportunity to address officer's concerns. She asks me to quash the officer's decision and order another officer to reconsider her application. I can find no basis for overturning the decision while the officer's reasons are brief, as is often the case with visa post decisions. So the officer's conclusion was not unreasonable on the evidence that in addition the officer did not treat Miss Haroon unfairly. The burden lay on her to provide sufficient evidence to support her application. I must therefore dismiss the application. So she applied for the judicial review and her judicial review was also dismissed. So they considered that federal court considered that the decision taken by the visa officer was 100% correct, accurate. So the officer's notes indicate that why the officer rejected the visa application. Let's see. Her residency status in UAE was temporary and would terminate if she spent an extended period of time outside the country. So because she is a citizen of Pakistan but she is currently staying in UAE, if she will stay away from the country, stay outside from the country for any purpose for an extended period of time, for example for 2 years while studying in Canada, she would lose her temporary status or she would lose her status in UAE. So there will never be a reason for her to go back to UAE, and because she has already left her home country and she's staying in Abu Dhabi in UAE, and post completion of the studies, by that time she would not be able to go back to UAE as well. So there's no reason that UAE will attract her because she will not be eligible for that, obviously, to go back. So socio-economic factors in the region, the progression of Ms. Haroon's studies was not logical. So these are the additional, when you have a main point, then you try to add some little more factors here and there to make your claim strong. Alright, so this is what visa officer did. Ms. Haroon was not sufficiently established in UAE to motivate her to return here. So the main point is written in the very first bullet point. This is the reason that officer believes that the applicant will not go back to the home country or to Abu Dhabi in this case, because obviously she will lose her temporary status, or she would never be able to enter into the home country or maybe enter into the UAE. She would not be able to leave Canada. So you must be having a reason while applying for the student visa application that you're having strong ties to your home country. So that is why we see, usually we enclose documents, for example, the CA evaluation report, the property evaluation, a lot of other reports which represents that you're having close ties to your home country and to your family as well. So this enforces and this makes the visa officer believe that okay, he or she is having, the applicant is having enough ties to come back to the home country. So in that case, that could be a good option to use those documents. But in this case, it was a totally, a different case. So which happened, uh, I mean, this is so wrong here in this case. This is very unfortunate, I would say. So finally, Ms. Froon submits the officer's finding she would lose her permanent status in UAE and would be unmotivated to return there, was unsupported by evidence. So there was no evidence or no explanation was submitted with the application. What would happen in this, in case she would lose her temporary status, or the permanent status of UAE? She must have explained something. What would motivate her to come back to the UAE in case, now visa officer considered that her her current status would be nowhere valid, right? So she could have submitted some extra relevant supporting documents stating that what she's gonna do and what will actually motivate her after completion of studies to come back to UAE in case if it's possible. So she could have done the same in the first place, but in this case she could not do it, and she missed this chance, and officer did not take any extra minute to refuse this application. And her judicial review is also dismissed because she is not convinced or satisfied the visa officer that you will leave the Canada after completion of your studies. I hope you must have learned from it why family ties are important, because you have to make the visa officer believe that you will leave your home country, you will leave Canada, and you will return to your home country after completion of your studies. Although the Canadian government is nowadays having a different intent, all right, different intention to offer work permit to the students there, but as per law they have to follow the law, and you have to convince the visa officer that you will leave Canada after completion of your studies. So as per law they have to follow it, and they do follow, right? So alright, so I hope you must have learned something from it, and it was a nice time with you. Thank you so much guys for watching the video till the end, and you can also check this case on Federal Court Decisions website, and here are the details. You can also study the case if you want. So thank you so much for your time, and have a nice day. Bye.